Blessed greetings, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. You're tuned to the WSLM Radio Ministry Podcast, where we stand for God's truth, not man's traditions, and we bring you straight Bible truth for these last days. The WSLM Radio Ministry Podcast is a virtual outreach ministry of Sacrificial Lamb Ministries. We are outreach driven. Hey, this is Pastor Vince, and we're back together on this Wednesday, May 10th, 2023, for another edition of the Wednesday Check-In. That's right. Every Wednesday, by God's grace, we come together and I share announcements, news, updates, things that are happening around the ministry. And this week, there's a couple things I want to bring to your attention. One of them you may already know about, or you should already know about, because I've mentioned it in the past, but it's been a while, so if you forgot, that's okay. But just a couple of things I want to bring to your attention, and those things are, you can listen to me on a couple of other platforms other than the WSLM Radio Ministry Podcast. In other words, I am on a couple of other platforms that are outside of the regular podcast platforms, if that makes sense. I don't know what you're listening to me on right now. You may be on Spotify, you may be on Apple Podcasts, any of those, but there's two other platforms where you can find me, and one of them is Swell. I don't know if you're familiar with Swell, Swell, and I'll just give you the link for my Swellcast. You just go to www.swellcast, that's www.swellcast.com/Pastor Vince 55. Again, that's www.swellcast.com/Pastor Vince 55. And there's another platform where you can find me. It's a platform called Discord, DISCORD, Discord. You'd have to download the app. But basically, there's a chat group that I just started on Discord, and the chat group is called Real Life Matters. And Real Life Matters is where we come together and we talk about the real life matters many people in our society face, and how the church can better address or minister to these matters in a real, practical way. Again, it's called Real Life Matters on Discord. So those are two places where you can find me, and I'm going to drop the links in the episode description box for this week's episode of the Wednesday Check-In. Other than that, everything is business as usual. Everything that I've been sharing with you thus far about the ministry, our website, the website for Sacrificial Lamb Ministries, all that stuff is the same. Nothing has changed there. I will remind you that we are on Twitter. You can find the WSLM Radio Ministry Podcast on Twitter, so please support us on Twitter. Other than that, like I said, nothing else has changed. And as new things come up, I will share with you here on the Wednesday Check-In. So, friend, that is it. Just those two things I wanted to share. One of them is Swellcast. I gave you the information for that. Number two, Discord, where you can find our chat group entitled Real Life Matters. Again, I'll drop the links in the description box for this episode. That's it, friend. I hope you're having a blessed week so far. It's the middle of the week. The middle of the week can be kind of tough for us. Those of us who have to work a regular 9 to 5 as well, just like I have to as well. The middle of the week, we call it Hump Day, of course. So we're trying to get over the hump, but depending on when you're listening to this message right now, you've already gotten off work and, you said, okay, hey, I made it through. I just got to make it through another couple of days, right? And then the weekend will be here. So I hope you have a blessed rest of your week. And thank you so much for continuing to listen to the WSLM Radio Ministry Podcast, where we stand for God's truth, not man's traditions, and we bring you straight Bible truth for these last days. The WSLM Radio Ministry Podcast is a virtual outreach ministry of Sacrificial Lamb Ministries. We are outreach driven. Okay, friend, have a blessed one. Until we meet again, by God's grace, be safe and may the Lord be with you.